Look, joining me this morning, Rod Henderson, CEO of a fantastic local company, Amp Control. Good morning, Rod.
Good morning, Meryl. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, mate. Talk about life via Zoom. Some exciting news out of our fantastic local high-tech manufacturing company, Amp Control, in the last couple of weeks, Rod. Just tell us a little what you guys have been up to.
So back on the 21st of March, we got a call. It was a Saturday. We got a call from New South Wales Health asking whether or not we could possibly design and build 600 ventilators in 28 days. So we took a deep breath and we mobilised a little team of people on Saturday afternoon, had a meeting with health, and then had another meeting Sunday amongst ourselves and accepted the challenge. So off we went.
So just for those of us who sort of aren't up on ventilator manufacturing, what a ventilator? What goes into it? What's part of it?
So the first thing we had to do was understand the specifications. So we got a spec out of Hunter New England Health. So they gave us a spec of what we actually had to build, and that sort of refined over the few weeks that we were going about it. But we took our experience as innovators and manufacturers and working in the mining and heavy infrastructure and energy sectors and really applied those principles to the way we went about it. And with just the view that we're pumping air and extracting air from a human as opposed to doing a process in a coal mine. Yeah,
sure. So that mining, manufacturing, that knowledge has just been really refined down to the ventilator. And basically it's an air pump, really. Is that what you're describing to me?
Pretty much, Meryl. What they do is they take either medical grade air or they take air out of a canister, for want of a better term, and they mix that air to the required oxygen levels that they do, and then they put it in at a certain pressure and a certain flow depending on the health of the patient and the size of the patient, etc., etc. So they basically just take over the work of the lungs of putting air into the lungs and then extracting air back out of the lungs and keeping them moving whilst the patient is intubated.
Oh, wonderful. Now, in terms of cost, sometimes you might think, well, maybe it's going to come in more expensive than something that you would buy from a regular manufacturer of these sort of medical instruments and equipment. How did it come in for cost?
Well, we're very competitive, and we can make it under the cost of what they're currently buying the commercial ones for.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a real big win for Aussie manufacturing and Aussie innovation in this particular case, and Hunter born and bred.
And that's one of the exciting things about this, Rod. It's we can do in the regions that are not better than anywhere in the world. And I think that is a real tick, particularly for the Hunter region.
Oh, look, absolutely. I mean, we've got some fantastically intelligent people here in the Hunter. What's really pleasing is a lot of our engineering team have come out of the University of Newcastle. So we're doing some great things over there with Brett Ninnis and the engineering faculty. You've got the wonderful resources of HMRI here in Newcastle as well, and an incredibly talented set of people up at the John working for Hunter New England Health. You've got a lot of very, very smart people here in the Hunter, and we need to take more advantage of that from a manufacturing perspective.
Absolutely, and I think we need to see that across the country, knowing that often in our regions we do have this level of expertise that's not always credited. People sort of think that everything has to happen out of the cities. Obviously, good things happen out of our cities too, but the regions can be competitive, and we do have some fabulous expertise, particularly here in the Hunter. And also what I'm going to do in terms of local businesses like yours, I've set up a survey for business where they can go onto my website, just give me an idea of what they're doing in terms of innovation, particularly in the COVID space.
Yep.
And we're going to put a Google map up so that people can see where those businesses are, if they can support them, they will. But even just knowing where they are in the region, knowing that you're at Tomago, knowing, just so that people get a real sense of what's going on locally. And
thanks, mate. I truly do appreciate your support. And
no worries.
We'll get back together face to face sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we'll have a quiet one somewhere.
I'm in on that.
Thanks, Rod. Bye bye.
Okay, see you guys.